A glamorous wedding, chandeliers shining, guests whispering in awe, when suddenly the doors swing open. The entire hall falls silent as the billionaire CEO herself walks in. And here's the twist: she's not just any guest. She's the ex-wife that the groom once abandoned for a better match. Worse, the bride works for her, unknowingly serving the very woman her husband betrayed. What happens next? This shocking tale of karma will leave you speechless. Ariana was a woman of quiet strength, born into modest beginnings. She worked her way up with determination, intelligence, and grit. Her company, Ariana Group of Enterprises, was now a multi-billion-dollar empire in technology and investment. Yet, despite her unimaginable success, Ariana chose a life of simplicity. Few knew that behind her humble appearance was one of the most powerful CEOs in the country, her husband. Trevor was charming, ambitious, but shallow. At first, he was drawn to Ariana's kindness. But as time passed, he grew restless. He wanted glitter, recognition, and a partner who would flaunt wealth. Ariana's humility began to look like weakness in his eyes. One evening, Trevor dropped a bombshell. "I'm leaving you, Ariana," he said coldly. Ariana's heart sank. "Why, after everything?" Trevor smirked. "Because Catherine is a better match. She's a finance executive, successful, connected. With her, I'll finally get the life I deserve." Ariana swallowed her pain and simply replied, "If that's what you want, Trevor, then go." Months passed. Ariana poured her heartbreak into her work, scaling her empire even higher. Meanwhile, Trevor and Catherine flaunted their romance. Certain they were the perfect couple, Catherine often bragged to her friends, "I have it all: career, love, and a future brighter than anyone else's." But she had no idea that the company she worked for, the empire she proudly served, belonged to Ariana. The very woman Trevor had betrayed. Thought the truth revealed itself in a board meeting. Catherine was told she would present directly to the CEO. She was thrilled, believing this was her chance to shine. The day arrived. Catherine straightened her suit, rehearsed her lines, and stood confidently till the doors opened. Ariana walked in. Catherine froze. Her blood ran cold. "No, this can't be," she whispered under her breath. Ariana gave her a calm, almost knowing smile. "Let's begin, shall we?" Catherine's confidence collapsed. She realized her entire career, her supposed better future, rested in the hands of the woman her husband had discarded. Weeks later, Trevor and Catherine hosted their grand wedding. The ballroom glittered with luxury crystal chandeliers, champagne fountains, and hundreds of guests from the business elite. Trevor stood tall, finally feeling he had achieved the life he always dreamed of. Then it happened. The doors opened. Silence fell. Heads turned. Gasps rippled through the room. "Ariana?" entered. Whispers filled the air. "Isn't that Ariana, the billionaire CEO? She's the owner of Catherine's company." Trevor's face drained of color. His champagne glass slipped from his hand. Catherine's smile stiffened into terror. Ariana walked gracefully to the stage, picked up the microphone, and with serene authority said, "I'm here today for an old acquaintance. Sometimes in life, truth hides for a while, but it always finds its way back to the surface." She turned her gaze directly at Trevor. Her eyes, calm yet piercing, held years of unspoken pain. "Some people mistake love for weakness. Love is the greatest strength, and betrayal the greatest loss." The audience erupted in applause. Trevor's perfect illusion shattered in front of everyone. The fallout was swift. Guests whispered in disgust. Catherine's colleagues looked at her with judgment. Within days, her job was suspended for ethical misconduct. The company wanted no executive whose personal entanglements jeopardized integrity. Trevor's reputation was ruined. No investor, no partner wanted to be associated with a man who abandoned loyalty for greed. The glittering life he had craved crumbled before his eyes. Meanwhile, Ariana's star only rose higher. She carried herself with grace, never once lowering her dignity for revenge. But her very presence had delivered the sweetest justice, silent, powerful, undeniable. But the story didn't end there. Months later, at a global business summit, Ariana unveiled her company's bold new partnership. Cameras flashed, the audience leaned forward. When the curtain lifted, the man standing beside her wasn't just a world-renowned investor, he was her fiancé. David. Ariana smiled, her voice steady and strong. Life gave me heartbreak, but I chose truth and dignity over revenge. And that has been my greatest victory. The hall thundered with applause from the crowd. Trevor watched, broken and hollow. His heart screamed one thought over and over. If only I had never let her go. And that was the cruelest twist of all. He left her for a better match. But in the end, he lost everything, while Ariana gained far more than he could ever imagine.